Please don't tell my mother. She'll be really upset about my thumb. I said this while being taken to the hospital after an accident with a circular saw. At just 16 years old, I was ready for high school, college, and the challenges that came with it. This is the story of my life. My life began in the Methodist Hospital, June 23, 1923, in Des Moines, Iowa. I was brought home to my poor family's house. In fact, it wasn't really even a house at the time. It was more of a basement. The workers were just starting the upstairs. There was no running water, and we always had to go outside to use the outhouse. When the upstairs was finished, me and my brother Bill slept up there, while my parents slept in the basement. After many happy years of doing so, I went off to Roosevelt High School. There I tried out for the quarterback, but they declined, saying that I was too short to play. I then tried out for the drum major, and I made it. I played the sliding trombone there as well. Then came the accident. I was also working at a sheet metal industry at the time, and I was also working on this special sheet of metal when my thumb was right underneath the blade. The blade came down and zzz, it came right off. That incident helped me in later life in many things. Then came high school graduation. I made it into Iowa State University. After a year of going there, I got a letter. It said I was to be drafted to be in the U.S. military as a decoder stationed in India. I knew it was going to be difficult fighting against Adolf Hitler in World War II. The first battle I was in, the Battle of Khalkhin was the most difficult because the Japanese kept changing their code, so whenever we got a letter, we had to decode the entire thing over and over and over for every letter we got. In between that battle and the next, I was playing with my military friends on the baseball diamond and practicing my decoding skills. Then the next battle came, the Poland invasion. This battle was much easier because once the Germans sent their letter, they never changed their code. So once we cracked it, it was quite easy to decipher the rest of it. Anyway, after 4 years of being in the military, I went back to my education where I went to a different college, Drake University. There I met my future wife, Peggy Wright. At the time, I was also on a semi-pro baseball team. I played pitcher and first base. I was actually asked to play for the Chicago Cubs, but I declined since I didn't like the thought of being on a bus traveling from place to place. I think they wanted me because of my thumb that wasn't there. It helped give the ball a good curve and almost always struck people out. It even got me in the newspaper. Anyway, back to my wife, Peg. The reason we ended up husband and wife is because all the college girls went for me and my friends when we got back from the war because we had seen the world and had some money in our pocket because of the GI Bill. So me and Peg had our children, Kathy, Janet, Jim, and the twins, Karen and Carol. While we had our children, I was working for Ford Merchandising. All the money I made there went to my family. We were very religious and went to church every Sunday we possibly could. When the kids went off to college, me and Peg joined the neighborhood band. I played the sliding trombone, the same musical instrument I played in high school. After this, and many years of doing so, I retired at 65 years old in 1988. I kept everything to perfection for my family and golfed for fun. After plenty of years of doing so, I went to live in the Lighthouse Elderly Homes. My life ended there after 92 years of joy and happiness. I had a wonderful life and passed on some of my traits such as unconditional love. The light I brought to the world was being involved in a war for my country, spreading joy and happiness near and far, and passing down inspiration, for I now know that one of my great-grandchildren, Jack Syme, is doing a report on me. As Helen Keller says, keep your face to the sun and you won't see a shadow.